Hi, myself Apurva Jyoti. Today we are going to learn the next part of the lesson, that is handicrafts and handlooms. Right, we have seen how Polaya will be getting the raw material from his own village, Andugula village, and how many baskets he'll be making, how much of raw material bundles, how many bundles he'll be purchasing and all. We have seen in the last class, right? Today we are going to learn more detailedly about it. In 2 months, he can sell rupees 5,000 worth of baskets. So in 2 months, he's selling 5,000 cost of baskets, worth of baskets. You're seeing here that a man is weaving the basket. Picture you are able to see, right? So he is able to sell. He is able to sell how much cost of baskets? 2,000. Sorry, 5,000 cost of baskets for 2 months. In 2 months, 5,000 cost of baskets he is selling. The cost price is rupees 1200, excluding the transportation charges of rupees 100 for every visit to his village. So he'll be going and getting the raw material from his village, transportation cost and raw material purchasing cost. What is raw material, teacher? For making any product, if you are using material, that is raw material. Like suppose if you are making any what do you say, swan or duck, anything, what do you want for that? Papers you want, thread you want, kundans, all these are what? Raw materials, right? Glue gun, glue sticks, all these are raw material. Like that, for making baskets, what is raw material? This spines of palm tree, all these knife, all these are what? Raw material, right? So for purchasing raw material, for going to their village to buy the raw material and coming, all these what? Transportation charges will occur. So this cost of raw material, transportation cost, uh, all these they'll be excluding, means 1200 it costs for transportation, 100 rupees, and other charges like purchasing the raw material. For all this, they'll be having 1200 rupees as expenses, means it costs 1200 for them for their expenses to buy raw material, transportation and all. Means from these 5000 they'll be removing 1200 as transportation cost and raw material cost. So the income of his family is rupees 3700 for 2 months. Now after removing all the expenses like raw material and all, he'll be getting how much of profit? 3700 for 2 months, not for 1 month, for 2 months. That amount is for 2 months. Then will the family be happy with that amount? It is not sufficient, right? For this I'll tell you clearly an example. You see, now in your craft exhibition you have prepared something like take coffee. You have kept a stall of coffee shop, you are preparing coffee. First, for preparing coffee, what you'll do, you'll take you'll borrow money from your parents, that for small what do you say, gas stove or induction stove you'll be getting. For that, if you get a rent of 100 rupees per day, you will be keeping that you'll take amount from your father. You will get all this tea powder, sugar or something, ginger and all you'll be purchasing, and you'll be getting that induction stove for rent. For all this you want money to buy, you'll be paying and you'll be getting. By end of the day, after completing the craft exhibition or any exhibition, you will get suppose you are getting 3000 of the amount. Then you will first calculate, no, I have borrowed money, I have to pay this rent for the stove, induction stove, I have to pay 100 rupees. Okay, I will pay 100 rupees. You'll take out 100 rupees and you'll keep aside 100 rupees. Then the remaining amount is 2900. After this, my father have given me 300, I have to pay, I have to give him 300 back. Now again from 2900 you will remove 300, means 2600 will be left over. This is my profit after selling, after removing all the amount which I have spent అంటే నేను ఖర్చు పెట్టిన అమౌంట్, ద ఖర్చా ఐ హ్యావ్ स्पेंट नो मीन्स मैं जो भी खर्चे करे ये सामान के लिए मीन्स आफ्टर बाइंग दिस what all the amount which I have spent before I have to keep aside to repay back, and the remaining amount is my profit, right? In the same way here, after removing the expenses and all, the remaining amount is his profit. He does not earn sufficient money to meet his family expenditure. So he's telling that this 3700 is not sufficient for the family to meet his expenses like buying food, clothes, and another expenses like school fees. It is not sufficient for them to adjust all the amount for all his needs, like what all he need to buy them, it is not sufficient. To supplement his income, Polaya buys and sell bamboo products like trays and stands. So now he wants some more money for the family. Then what he'll do? Trays and stands will be there, no? Wooden stands and wooden trays. Those he'll be purchasing and he'll be selling in the market. Basket making is a craft work that involves the use of wild date leaves, cane and bamboo which are found in forest. So for basket making, it is a craft work. We all know that. Creative work it is. So for that, what raw material they need? Wild date palm leaves. We have seen that spines are shaved nicely and they are being dried for making baskets. Cane, bamboo, these are all used for making baskets. Which, where do we get this? In the forest. There has been depletion of forest due to their extensive exploitation for big industries. Now what happened? Big industries for making paper or for making some other products, they are going on using forest. They are cutting the forest and they are using that produce. Now forest is getting reduced. That deforestation is increasing, right? This affects the livelihood of people who have traditionally depended on forest. So what will happen if forest is getting reduced? This basket makers like Polaya and all, they'll be depending on the forest for the bamboo and all. If forests are not there, these basket makers and all are facing lot of problems. Further, the demand for such products have reduced considerably. So if forests are reducing, they are not getting the raw materials like palm leaves, bamboo and all. The polaya and all are reducing. They are reducing, like they are not making more number of baskets and all because they are not getting the raw material. This forces them to move out of rural areas and migrate to urban areas for survival. For this, what happened? Again, they are leaving the villages and they are coming to towns and cities, and they are working in some other factories and all. This is true for many involved in traditional activities. Not only Polaya, many other people who are in villages and doing their traditional work like selling the baskets or selling this palm leaves to the basket makers, all they are also not getting work because forests are not there, they are reducing. How can they get raw material? If they have raw material only, they'll be selling to basket makers and all and they'll earn money, but they are not getting that raw material and they are not selling to polaya and all like basket makers. These basket makers are facing problems. The person who is selling the raw material is also facing lot of problems. That's the reason they are migrating, shifting from village to cities, that is rural areas to urban areas. However, they often have to live in urban areas without basic amenities. Now they are coming to cities, towns and cities. They don't have lot of money, they have very little money, that is not sufficient for the family. Then what they do? They have to stay in very area where there is no facilities like slum areas, no water facility, no proper light facility, poor amenities means facilities. Where there is no proper facilities in that area, they'll be giving them for low rent, no? In that places they have to stay. They'll be getting all what do you say, drainage, no drainage facility will be there, no drinking water facility, street lights will not be there. In such areas they have to leave because they don't have money to pay the rent. Urban slums. So in urban areas, in cities, you have slum areas like only hut houses with no facility, no drinking facility, no drainage facilities and all. Polaya lives in a slum which does not have proper drainage either. Polaya is living in a slum area where he don't have any drainage facility. So it emits foul smell and breeds mosquitoes and flies. So if there is no proper drainage facility, all the drainage water will be flowing on the roads and all. Due to this, what happen, all the mosquitoes, flies will be sitting on that drainage water. It will be smelling bad, foul smell, all dirty smell will be coming. Those mosquitoes will come and bite them, or they sit on the food prepared by this Polaya's family and all. Then what is happening with that? Due to this mosquitoes and all, if they bite, they'll be getting different types of diseases like typhoid and all. There is no electricity connection. Even current facility like electrician facility is also not there in those areas. No safe drinking water, means proper drinking water will be not available. Polaya hut is made of bamboo mats and recycled plastic bags and tarpaulin. So how are these huts? Okay, now there is no proper facilities, no drainage, no drinking water, no electricity. At least house is good teacher too. It is made of hut. And how is the hut? It is made of plastic covers or bamboo mats. If there is a heavy rainfall, the hut will be washed away. The hut will fall down, right? During the rainy season, the roof often leaks and the huts are flooded. Due to that, the roof of the hut will be leaking. The water droplets, rainwater will be falling in their hut, and the house will be flooded with the water. Means the hut will be covered with full of water. Due to this, they'll be getting lot of diseases and all. Sometimes the municipal corporation officials evict Polaya and other basket maker families. Means during lot of many, if there is an occurrence of many floods or cyclones, what government will be doing, they'll be making this Polaya and other families who are staying in that slum areas, they'll be shifting those families to another area. Then these people will be losing all their things, all the work will be lost, right? Despite struggling hard, people like Polaya have been denied voting right in the city. So they are working a lot, though they are struggling a lot in the cities. Then also they don't have a voting right. They can't vote for the person whom they want to vote because they don't have idea there, know how to go and vote and all. In fact, they have been denied ration card as they do not have any proof of identity or proof of residence. As they are coming from the village to the cities, they don't have any residence proof, means they belong to this area only. They don't have ration card. Other card is from their village. They have the identity that those people belong to Andugula village, not of Hyderabad and all. In such situations, what happen? They don't have ration card. If there is no ration card, they'll be not getting the ration. They have to purchase from another shops with higher cost. Thus, they cannot either participate in the democratic process of the city or avail the facility meant for the poor. So, they are not able to use the facilities provided to the poor, like ration facility, or even they can't use the democratic right, like voting right, they can't use because they don't have voter card from approved by the Hyderabad. No, they'll be having an voter card belonging to their village. They can't vote here. They can't select the leader whom they want to, and they're not getting the facilities which they have to get. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.